Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Tuesday, July 10th, the 27th of Tamuz. Here we go. You know, strangely, it's going to sound unusual to you, the day of Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, when both temples were destroyed, is called a moed. And moed, a lot of you recognize as a word that we often translate as festival, and boy, it sure doesn't seem like a festival. We will be fasting, we will be sad, we will be sitting on the floor. But you must understand that the word moed doesn't just mean festival. My best example for you is the tent where the Mishkan was is called the Oel Moed. Okay, you see that word used there again. It's called the tent, and the way you often find it translated in all the translators translate it pretty much as Ohel Moed, the tent of meeting. Okay, and now you probably understand where I'm going. The day of Tisha B'Av is actually like a meeting between us and God. We come very close in sadness and we cry to God, and in that sadness we're close. And therefore it's called a moed, like a meeting with God. Some people find it to be a very, very spiritually, emotionally enwrapping, that's not a word, you become wrapped with God, and it is kind of like a moed, a meeting with God. Because of all that, that's going to mean that we wouldn't say Tachnun. Now, this year Tisha B'Av comes out on Shabbos, so it might seem not that important, but it'll make for this law. Like, for example, the Tzidkas Tzedek that we say on Shabbos afternoon at Mincha, which is not said on days of no Tachnun, when there would have been no Tachnun, so we won't be saying Tzidkas Tzedek at the Mincha of Shabbos, which is the 9th of Av, and the fast is postponed onto Sunday, which is the 10th of Av. So you'll feel the moed a little bit when not saying Tzidkas Tzedek, which is not said on a day that has a bit of a status of moed. So no Tzidkas Tzedek on this Shabbos, which is the 9th of Av, which is right before we commemorate the fast. No regular Torah is supposed to be learned on the day of Tisha B'Av. We'll be learning more about that as it comes closer. And certainly no diversions like pleasure walks or just go for a drive to get your mind off of things. You're supposed to focus on the meaning of the fast. Now, the Suda HaMafsekas, that's usually the last meal that we eat right before Tisha B'Av, and it's like an egg and ashes and sitting on the floor. We won't be doing that this year because the last meal before Tisha B'Av will be Shabbos. And so everything will be pretty much regular at that meal. The only thing is, you can even have meat and wine, but the thing is, you have to end the meal before sunset because then it's already the beginning of the fast. So whereas Shabbos would have ended, let's say, a little after 9 o'clock, the fast will actually begin for you. Shalosh Seudos will actually have to end for you at, let's say, about 8:30 in the evening, depending on your city. Okay, the perfect time to change into your Tisha B'Av shoes would be right after Baruch Hu, when you're declaring that Shabbos is over. But in a place where there's a lot of people, like a camp, let's say, where everybody taking off their shoes will cause a long delay in the Marav. So then what we would rather have everybody do is say Baruch Hamad Kodesh L'chol. That's your statement that Shabbos is over. And then switch into your regular shoes, wash your hands, and then go straight into Baruch Hu and Marav. Of course, you have to do it after Shabbos is over. You can't say Baruch Hamavdil ben Kodesh L'chol and separate between Shabbos and weekday while it's still Shabbos. So you wait until after it's nightfall, then you say Baruch Hamavdil, then you switch into those shoes, and then you say Baruch Hu, etc. When you're going to, let's say, an NCSY program that's scheduled, let's say, a half an hour after Shabbos is over, then you have to remember to say Baruch Hamavdil ben Kodesh L'chol before you start doing any work or getting into your car, etc. At that last meal, at the Shalosh Seudos, we told you could have meat and wine, but you should not have extra company that's not usually with you. That's a little too festive. You could have your regular people that are regularly with you at Shalosh Seudos, and that's it. And the mood, although it's not Tisha B'Av yet in the mood, but it's also not joyous and festive. It's a somber mood because we are, approaching the great fast at that time. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.